Damn, son, where'd you find this?
Who taught you to hate the texture of your hair? Who taught you to hate the color of your skin to such extent that you bleach to get like the white man? Who taught you to hate the shape of your nose and the shape of your lips? Who taught you to hate yourself from the top of your head to the soles of your feet?
I love people as I meet them one by one. People are just wonderful as individuals. You see the whole...
My great aspiration, my greatest ambition is to be so good. Now, in that way, I'm tiresome, as I suppose, to live with, because I want to be a fantastic human being.
I am the greatest. We're not disputing that, Judge. It's how does Sonny Liston feel about it? He can't feel but one way, and let's take everything I say and like it. Because February the 25th, I'm going to take back my job. I'm the champ. He's no champ. He's a tramp.
When you see men fall, don't laugh. Learn. Learn. Because you're on your way up. And the things that tempt people to fall, you and I are not free from that temptation.
Y'all the Marco.
I think we should do a breeding competition. We'll see if you can get a girl pregnant quicker than I can get pregnant.
I mean, that'd be a good competition. I think
So do you think you're a good role model for women?
I'm a clear example of what women have fought for years.
Girl power.
They are, though. Women are stupid.
They're stupid. So Bonnie's just the smartest. She's the Wall Street banker of this whole shit. Okay,
Well,
so do you vote?
No.
Okay, she's perfect. This is the kind of women we need. This is done.
So Bonnie's a hoe.
I don't want to insult Bonnie Blue.
You can't insult me.
I mean, you called her a hoe when I last talked to you.
No, I said she was a whore.
I mean, if you had an 18-year-old son, would you send him to me on his 18th birthday?
No.
So serious. Right, Rob, on your son's 18th birthday, I'll be stood on the driveway with a balloon and a happy birthday card. I'll take his virginity, but I'll take him to a safe, controlled environment. I'm not going to cry rape the next day.
Rob, you should do it.
Okay, would you send your son to Bonnie, age 18 birthday?
I don't need to, but you need to. Like,
Andrew, I do father and son as well.
do you?
Yeah.
No, thanks.
Brother and brother?
No,
Bit of double
no.
penetration?
You're not trans, and I knew you weren't trans. 100%.
Is that because you've had multiple wanks?
No. It's,
Or
you're
is
not
that because
trans.
you left this at my last event? Oh, you don't want to touch it? I thought you might be thirsty. You want to rinse it for cum?
Bonnie. Rob, the world's fucked. They're all like this.
A man who was allegedly at Bonnie Blue's 1,000 Men experience has given an insight into what went down. He's even provided photos of the aftermath, which of course I'm going to show you. But jump scare and trigger warning, if you're eating or drinking right now, please scroll. So according to this man, who is an out-of-work security guard, went to this experience so that he could film content for his TikTok and make money from it. So please take this all the pinch of salt. This is the room where it was all happening. And currently she was on these beds here, just like going at it. There were loads of men in the room all at one time. It was just like a huge free-for-all. And there were men queuing from this room down the stairs and onto the street. All of the men were given a blue balaclava on entering, so it could all be masked, which kind of makes sense, but also at the same time makes knowing how many men that actually were very questionable. He, for example, said he did not sleep with her. He said he was led to believe it was a one-on-one. It very much wasn't. That he was shy and just didn't feel comfortable. All this apparently there were people checking IDS on the door, but were they also checking STD test? And like, how could you be 100% sure the men would come in, take off their clothes, stand in their box shorts in a big line and then whip them off?
Push the goddamn button.
Now it's starting to make a lot of fucking sense. Now it's starting to make sense. It's inverted. This is why she looks the way that she looks, like almost kind of off. And you like, why does she look way older than what her age is? It's because they're augmenting her physical appearance, you guys. So when they say a succubus, yes, but this is an identity crisis, right? You see, when they swap them out, right? This person wants to be accepted as this person. So they will willingly give themselves to the world in order to feel like this person. And so all those 1,000 men, you might want to get checked out, because I think you've been duped spiritually, and all of your souls is connected to this person here. This is a dirty world playing a dirty game, and now it's time to wake the hell up, y'all. God damn.
I'm not like every other woman. They get to come to me and I'll listen to them.
True.
They're not asking for an emotional connection. And a lot of them sometimes just feel lonely because the world lets them down in loads of ways. They're made to work, they're made to provide, they're made to look after the kids, still empty the dishes. Like they're made to do so much and they feel lonely. They can't go and say to their wife, you know what, work was hard today. She'll bite back and say, oh, the kids kept me up, this happened, and they dropped their yogurt on the floor. They've always got something to complain about, whereas I'm not that. I'm not like every other woman. They get to come to me and I'll listen to them and I will cater to their fetish. As long as it's within my boundaries, I will do that for them. So I'm like, I want to do that. I want to help you. I want to make your day a bit better because your wife isn't doing that. So I want to do that. So I don't find them weird. Like before, some of their requests, I'd be thinking, fuck me, where did you think of that? That's a bit weird, or that's odd. How are you getting off to that? And I thought, you know what, I'm not going to judge them. I don't know what they're going through to a certain degree. If I can make their day a bit better, I want to do that because I'm a good person.
Okay, my bad. My apologies. Shit, Elijah. Shin, appreciate that. My bad. My bad. I accidentally unplugged my mic. I don't even know where it dropped off at. But what I was basically saying is Bonnie Blue is the devil walking on the planet. She is really out here telling you everything that you want to hear. She's telling you, look, man, I'm gonna give you everything that you want. If you want me to be a hoe, I'm gonna be a hoe. You want me to be this cuddly, affectionate, pretend housewife, I'll do it. If you want me to be this peace bringer, I'll do it. She just told you if your wife ain't gonna do it for you, if your girl ain't gonna do it for you, I'm gonna do it for you. She don't have no boundaries. There's nothing off the table for her. Nothing at all. And because of that, I don't understand how anyone could have ever thought that you were going to get much substance from her and Andrew Tate. The whole exchange between them two goes like this. He's telling her he appreciates how well she markets. He's pandering to her in a sarcastic way while also making it known that there are simps, that there are a abundance of women who operate just like her. She is letting you know that a good solid 80 to 90% of the women who walk these streets are no different than her. They just monetize differently. She's open about hers. She's open about being sexually liberated. She's open about never getting married. If she thinks she's going to get married, I don't know who the hell is going to marry her. I can't change her. You can't change her. She doesn't even have a faith system. She doesn't believe in anything. She believes in herself. She believes in being exactly what she is, whatever that is. I don't even know if she knows her identity. You know what? What would be interesting if I was to actually have a conversation with her? I would want to know what her upbringing was like, what her family was like, what introduced her to the way that she decided to move and operate in the general public, because she don't give a shit if there's any women in here and you got a husband or any of that and you ain't doing your job. She's absolutely going to jump on it. You better not have him working around her at all, unless he's one of them strong disciplined brothers who don't put up with this type of shit, and he sees through it and he knows exactly what she is. My theory, right? Andrew Tate, he entertained her because if you got to think about it like this, most people just want controversy. They want drama. They want to laugh. They want to say, that was nasty. Oh, he was an asshole. Or I'm mad. He said this ain't this. And he said the whole point of having a person like Andrew Tate
on stream with a woman like her is because you know the internet is going to blow up over it. Andrew Tate is about red pill. Andrew Tate is about this ideology, about that. He's about, you know, if you know what I'm talking about. He represents something completely different than her. And she is pretty much Lilith on the corner in the house where you walk in, but you don't walk out. You know what I'm saying? So this is what I'm gonna do here, because yeah, you're not about to do all that over here. Let me see something. It's drama. It's all about controversy. Most people don't want to sit there for an hour or two sitting to listen to three rational grown adults have real conversations about politics, religion, relationships, and they actually make cohesive arguments. They make sense. You're not just rambling and going on and on and on about nothing. They're actually getting to a point. They're landing the plane. They're presenting you with results, answers, solutions, and the consumer is happy. They're happy. You go about your day. Andrew Tate and Bonnie Blue, that wasn't about anything other than drama, controversy, sparking an argument about something that absolutely will not go anywhere. The only thing that I got from it is that I still agree to disagree with a lot of what he said, and I sure as hell disagree with what she said. Now, I'm not going to sit here and say he was wrong about everything. I think Andrew Tate does speak on some shit that is very, very, very accurate. But even with him, you got to challenge some stuff. You can't just tell me that everything that a person is saying out of their mouth is 100% accurate, because it's not. You know, so this was a recipe for, matter of fact, I was about to say disaster, but it's not really a disaster because they accomplished exactly what they wanted to accomplish. Both are notoriously famous and known for what they do. Andrew Tate has been locked up so many times. The shit is crazy. I think Andrew Tate is doing everything in his power not to be completely shadow banned from off of the internet. You know how YouTube is. You know how a lot of these sensitive men and women are, especially the women. But Andrew Tate has been kicked off of a whole shitload of shows. He's been kicked off of so many platforms, willingly, unwillingly, because of things that he say out his mouth. The difference between him and me is none of them people know me, so I can go under the radar and say whatever the hell I want. You're only a problem until you get the attention on you. When there's eyes watching and they're like, damn, you really got me thinking. They are using us. They are manipulating us. They are controlling us. They are lying to us and using us. Now I got to start doing something differently. When you get to the point to where you can reach thousands and thousands and thousands of people, and it affects everyone else economically, then you know you're doing something. That brother's a millionaire. I've watched him say some of the most ruthless things, and then later you find out, oh, they're trying to set him up. They said that he raped this person, he raped that person. For a while, he was locked up in a whole nother country because they tried to say that he did shit that he didn't do. Now he's going through other stuff. So I think he is trying to watch what he says. To be honest, he should have, like, I don't, me personally, I would have went in. My conversation with her would be completely different than his. This is a revenue stream for a lot of people. If you can't monetize and you don't have nothing going on outside of this, you're going to do everything in your power to make sure that you follow these guidelines the best that you can for as long as you can. This is your income. It's your livelihood. Fortunately for him, he doesn't really need to rely on this. If he got kicked off of social media permanently, he'd be all right. He's a professional fighter. And I'm sure he has other investments. He'd be okay. Someone like me get kicked off, I ain't got that luxury. It's back into the real world. 2, 3, 4 jobs. You know what I'm saying? So even then, I still wouldn't even care. Right is right, wrong is wrong. This woman is, ladies, y'all need to speak fuck up. Is this y'all representation? Is this who we're supposed to be looking to? Bonnie Blue? That's y'all hero? That's who's standing on the front lines for y'all? Interesting. Very, very interesting. I'm good. Not doing it. No way in the world. To play that entire 2-hour video, I probably would end up pausing it way too much. Because there was so many things between them. She said at one point, send your 18-year-old son to me to lose his virginity. I think the fuck not. Are you smoking? Yeah, that's not happening, ma'am. This shit got over 1,000 bodies on her. She probably got 2,000 plus on her, realistically. The 1,000 was just recent. How many she had on her before that? You ever look at a person and you can tell that they don't look like what they used to? They look like them, but they don't look like them. Yo, salutes, 77. What's good? What's good? That woman is gonna be responsible, and I gotta be honest. Bonnie Blue is going to be responsible for taking so many men to hell, so many women to hell. It is sad. I am hurting inside for them. For real. I believe in God. I believe in Jesus Christ, the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. I ain't a perfect Christian by far, but I know He's exists. I have my own relationship with Him, and I'm telling you right now, this woman is going to be responsible for destroying a lot of lives. She's going to be responsible for destroying souls. She's going to be responsible for destroying relationships. She's going to be responsible for the breakdown that further separates men and women from their spouses, because the men who are unhappy in relationships and don't know how to communicate with their spouse, they look at her on the internet and see how free she is with these dudes, and they're gonna be like, damn, I wish my girl or my wife was more like this. I wish. And you know, this shit desensitizes you. It changes you for the worse. It turns you into a person that you were never meant to be in the first place. She directly and indirectly, just like Andrew Tate, Fresh and Fit, and all of them, they all have their own ability to direct traffic coming and going. If you were a normal person before, you're not going to be the same once you start consuming their content. Certain people, it's only a matter of time. We don't think that we can be manipulated or controlled until we are manipulated and controlled. You've never been finessed out of your money before. You never thought you were in love with somebody before and found out that you weren't really in love with them. You ever thought that somebody was in love with you and they were just using you for what they could get out of you? You would go an entire lifetime, 20 years, 30 years, 40 years, 15 days, 2 weeks, whining and dining people. Find out it's not what you thought it was, because the smile, because the countenance, because how they present themselves. It's a lot. It's a lot to really take in. And I'm gonna tell you, bro, like I said, I agree with them on certain things and I disagree with them on certain things. If Andrew Tate wasn't in a position where he could possibly get kicked off of social media, he absolutely would have went in a lot more than he did. We are not victims. None of us are victims. We all have the choice and decisions to do and say what we want, when we want, how we want. That's the beauty about life. That's the beauty about being given grace and mercy, and God lets us make our mistakes, slip up, mess up, get back up, try again, come to him, walk away from them, ignore them. We have all of those. We have all those options. To answer your question, I side with who's right and I don't, if I'm being honest, I don't believe that we will ever get the type of honesty and clarity that we need, that we deserve from conversations with personalities such as Tate and Bonnie Blue. And I say this, right? Everything on the internet is being manipulated and controlled. Freedom of speech is bullshit. They say you got freedom of speech until you are free to use your speech. And then when you start saying certain things, everybody wants to be angry at you. Everybody wants to flag you. Everybody wants to get you kicked off of social media. Everybody wants to shadow ban you and pretty much send you to the shadow. It's trash to me. I think almost everybody on social media is compromised. Almost. I'm not going to say everybody, but damn near everybody on social media is compromised to a certain extent. I'm going to be completely honest with you. The only person that we should be looking up to is God himself. But I'll say this, right? the men and women that God uses, you'll know the difference. You will absolutely know the difference. Bonnie Blue speaks like the enemy. She speaks like she speaks like Satan. Andrew Tate speaks like he's in between. Now look, you don't have to believe me. You don't have to take my word for it. I've never said that anyone had to listen to a word I said. I'm just sharing my thoughts. I'm just sharing my thoughts and opinions on things that I see. Andrew Tate straddles the fence. Bonnie Blue embraces her evil, her wickedness. A person who is looking out for your best interest and they care about you, they're going to tell you the good, the bad, and the ugly. You can't love someone and care about someone and tell them to go out here and sleep with 20 dudes. Hot girl summer. You don't love me and you tell me revenge is best served cold. You can't tell me the best advice to get over someone is to get under someone. You don't love me if you tell me to go smack the shit out of someone who cut me off in traffic. And then I end up dead because of it. And then you go back and hide your hands. Most of these people on social media hide their hands. Kendra G is one of them. You want someone that's going to tell you, look, man, I believe in you. I know you can do it. You don't deserve her. You don't need her. Or maybe you ain't the best fit for her. Maybe you are a piece of shit. Maybe you ain't doing what you're supposed to be doing for this friendship. Maybe you ain't doing what you need to be doing for that money. Maybe you're lazy. Maybe you ain't working hard enough. Maybe you're listening to the wrong people. Maybe you're hard-headed. You need someone that's going to be like that. Most of them people are too political. They tell you what you want to hear because your emotions are being controlled by the circumstances. They touch on topics that speak to a specific genre or group of people that are affected by it. So if you're depressed, you're going to gravitate towards a channel that speaks on depression. If you are a horn dog, you're going to go to the yoga stuff. If you're a red pill guy, you're going to go to the red pill community. You want the truth. The problem is how many people are unbiased when they give the truth. Kendra G brings women and men on her show. All of them got 80 kids, divorced, but she sits up there and she lies to them. She caters to them. She makes them feel like they can be with millionaires and this, that, and the third. And she tries to clown them and look down on the men. She's a complete fuck up. I don't know how anybody gravitates her, salutes to her. She found her niche. It works for her. But ladies, Kendra G is not the one that you go to for advice. I'm sorry. You don't go to her for relationship advice. Stop letting her gas you up. Hold on, let me get to this real quick. Nah, don't listen to her. She's using you for content. She just wants to humiliate you on social media. That's all she does. Bro, I'm having confidence, but I'm scared to talk with a group of people like you. Mr. 77, God loves you and God loves all of us. You're going to have to get to a place And I pray that you get to a place in your own personal walk. This ain't got, forget everybody that's here. Just like myself, you got to get to a place where you are so comfortable with who you are that the world doesn't matter. I like anime, poetry. I'm a homebody. I don't like clubs. I don't want to be around a bunch of smokers. I don't want to be around a bunch of people who like to drive and drink. I don't like ratchetness. I like my quiet time. I protect my peace and my energy. You give me any inclination that you are a disruptor of that, I exit. Don't want to be around it. Adults should never act like children. If you are over the age of 21 and you still act like you are a fucking child, I don't want to be around you. Confidence is being able to say, I'm a nerd. I enjoy it. I enjoy puzzles. I enjoy Yu-Gi-Oh cards and fucking Pokemon cards. I enjoy the beach. I enjoy reading. I enjoy going to museums. There's things that you embrace that the world hates. They reject it, and they reject it because their own secular reasons. You got to be confident in yourself. People are going to love and hate you regardless. You can spend like once we leave this stream and you go back to doing what you normally would do, you can do that all you want, but if the results don't reflect what you desire, there's no point. You might as well just embrace who you are, be okay with who you are, let them think what they want to think, feel how they want to feel. I'm like, fuck it. For real, fuck it. I love God. I love Jesus Christ. And I fuck up on a regular basis. I sin on a regular basis. But I'm still trying. And God gives me grace to keep on trying. To be something. I done been betrayed. I done been lied to. I done been backstabbed. I done been talked about, bullied, all that. I done went through all of it. I don't give a shit how anybody feel about me. I don't need to be popular to you. I don't need to be liked by you. I don't care. At the end of the day, when God calls each and every one of us home, your popularity, your cars, your women, your guns, your street dudes, your politics, all that, none of that shit is going to matter. You're going to bow just like the rest of us are going to bow to the same person, or it could be the other. So live your life happy, free. Take that burden up off you. Take that pressure off you, bro. Everybody ain't for you. Them people that don't take you serious, they're probably not for you anyway. Whenever things put me in a position where I'm like, fuck, ain't nothing going the way I want it to. I'm getting tired of this shit. I'm frustrated. I keep on pouring and pouring and pouring. Nobody's hearing me. Nobody's taking me serious. What am I doing wrong? So what happens is I start trying to adapt to everybody else's personality. I start trying to do this, and I start trying to be that person. I start trying to be that. Guess what? It worked for a little while, but it don't last. It's temporary. So you end back up at square one. Erase the chalkboard, clear it off, start over. Then you reset, and then you try to adapt to somebody else. And you try to adapt to somebody else. You ain't doing nothing but wasting time. You ain't making money. You ain't connecting with the people that you're supposed to be because you pour too much energy into people who don't even fuck with you in the first place. You know how I know that? Because I invested and poured into people who didn't fuck with me in the first place. Because I was trying to fit in somewhere. Nah. No. Absolutely not. You're not about to hope. I done wasted too many of my years as it is trying to appease everybody else, but doing what I should be doing. I'm just now catching up or playing catch up. I should have been doing this shit 10, 15 years ago, 20 years ago. Imagine if I would have been doing this shit 20 years ago. Andrew Tate. Who was Andrew Tate? Fresh and Fit. Who was Fresh and Fit? What? If I would have been doing this shit back then, I wasn't chasing after pussy. I wasn't chasing after friends and all that shit. And I would have just invested here. I would have got in my word. I would have stopped worrying about if people like me for who I am. All that. No, fuck that. No, I'm good. But this only comes with trial and error and that season of quiet when you ain't around people, when you're alone and you got to face your demons and you got to look at yourself in the mirror. You can't point at nobody else. You ain't got nobody to blame. I'm here because of me. I'm here because I chose to do this. I chose that. They influenced. I made the decision to, nah, bro. No. If you don't like who you are, it's time for you to reset. Figure out who you are, what you like about you, your dreams, your ambitions, your hobbies, your habits. What is weighing you down? Eliminate anything that's negative about you or in you or around you. The only person you need to be trying to convince or make see you for what it is yourself. Your work ethic. Your work ethic is going to be a reflection of how serious you are. Talking is done with me. I've said that shit a million times. I ain't trying to convince you of nothing. I'm not trying to convince nobody of anything no more. I done said everything I needed to say to you. Now, I'm just going to go ahead and shut up. I'm going to shut up and I'm going to do me. I'm going to let my results speak for itself. And then holler at me afterwards. And by then, I ain't going to have nothing to say to you either anyway. Because you've revealed to me what you are, who you are, and why you were there for the time being that you were there. So thank you. I'm gone, but I appreciate the hard lessons. And it's cool. So as far as I'm concerned, there are people on the internet that are pretty dope. There are people on the internet that are unbiased. Enjoy the rest of your day, man. I appreciate you for pulling up. Really appreciate the conversation. It's all love over here. All my content is uplifting, or it's actually about something. It's not drama based. I get to certain spaces in these discussions that a lot of people don't. That's the difference. That's what separates me from a lot of folks. People who don't see it right now, they will, because I'm that consistent. I'm that persistent. And I believe in me. I believe in me more than the world believes in the people that believe in the world. And the world don't give a shit about none of us. The world don't like you. Y'all think the world like you. The world don't like none of us. That's why so many of us are dead or in jail. We chose the world over the one who actually loves and cares for us. Bonnie Blue is a demon, straight up. I pray and hope something happens that changes her, nobody wants to go to hell. I've never experienced it. I've had my own testimonies. Nobody wants to go there. The interview between her and him taught me that I need to get grounded. I need to keep doing what I am doing, which means I need to continue to facilitate a space where there is no biases. I need to continue to hold a space where you can be safe and free to speak your piece without the contaminants of society trying to enclose you into being a specific way. Nah, you're not about to control my platform. You're not about to control the people that come up here. Shout out to Rob, shout out to Sydney, shout out to Jason, everybody. You're not about to do that over here. We're going to keep it 100% raw on this side of the internet. So y'all want to check that out, y'all can go ahead. I ain't sitting through 2 hours. I sat through 30 minutes. I watched 30 minutes. Poor Man's Podcast was doing a review to it. He actually reviewed about an hour's worth. But if you add the commentary, probably 30, 40 minutes of it. The rest of it, yeah, can't do it. Overall, the interview between them two, it's exactly what it was supposed to be. You want raunchy, you want controversy, you want to hear man versus woman, you want to hear certain little dirty secrets and details, and you got it. She's absolutely going to provide it. They both know it. They both have this down to a science. Most social media connoisseurs know exactly how to come up here, give their versions, give you a show, shake, give you that that specific energy that gets you hype up and riled. They picked the perfect two for this. They did. But see, here's my problem, and I'm gonna close out on this. It's always been one of my pet peeves with social media at that too. Women like Bonnie Blue have convinced the rest of you that it's okay to be like her. She's ultimately saying, I have no rules, I have no boundaries. I make a substantial amount of money. I don't have to work again. And on top of that, I have the time of my life. I get to fuck whoever I want. I get to have all the penises that I can handle. And you can too, if you want. That's what she's promoting. She's telling you it's okay to ruin homes, ruin families. Her lack of understanding of the physical, spiritual, emotional damages that are apprehended within the vessel of the person that partakes in the activities that she does is highly dismissed. The ramifications alone, the transitions, the different parallels, the trajectory, the blessings that get blocked, the people you miss, the possibilities that you destroy, the tears that you eventually cry, the harm that you cause to your body, the spiritual sickness that envelops you, the psycho distress, the psychotic episodes, the breakdowns, all the shit that comes with the type of lifestyle that she is telling you is heaven on earth. She doesn't mention it. She doesn't tell you about any of it, and she's not going to. Does that sound like someone who loves women, womankind? Does that sound like someone who loves men? Does this sound like someone that you would want your children to marry, but y'all want to go out here and duplicate, replicate, and commune with vessels such as hers? The only bright side to this interview was the fact that she gets exposed further for exactly who she is. And Andrew Tate, you got the money, bro, but you lukewarm as well. And look, I am too, so don't get it twisted. I need to make my decision immediately. I have to repent every single day. But bro, you are just as straddled on the fence as everybody else. That's why it's hard for me to listen to these conversations, because I know it's going to be one foot in, one foot out. But you will get your bang for your buck. No pun intended. Gentlemen, y'all keep on following after her. Keep on following after her. And watch the patterns. Watch what happens. I might even have to go to the extreme as to explain and break down what happens when you lay down with succubus spirits and women or with men like her. Like the literal things that take place after you've exchanged bodily fluids and spiritual fluids with the person. Maybe I need to do a play-by-play for that, because it's real and it happens and it's not pretty at all. Nonetheless, I digress with that. I want to say thank you to everybody who pulled up today. I appreciate you. I apologize. I don't know where and when my audio went out. I do hope and pray that a large portion of it went all the way through, because that was a lot. I'd be so irritated. I didn't even realize the piece that came out at all. But I do thank y'all for bearing with me. And as far as the week goes, I hope that you're all covered. I hope that we get to converse some more this week. Drive safe. If you're not following me on any of these platforms, lock in Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, Twitter, IG. I'm on everything. A quick little subscribe, bell notification. It only takes a couple of seconds. Then you can just go on about the rest of your day. You know what I mean? For those who have tapped in with me, shout outs to you. I appreciate that very, very much. You dig? Where is it? Where is it? There we go. I'm about to get up out of here. I want to get a couple of recordings in before tonight is over with. But I'll see you guys tomorrow, Lord willing. Y'all take it easy. Questions, comments, concerns. I do have some uploads from last week. Go check them out. Got some stuff coming up this week. Check those out. I'm constantly in the lab. I'm on a helmet all year, not slowing down. Y'all be easy. I'll see you guys tomorrow.